So I'll hand over to you now, Gordon.
Awesome. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to talk about the circular economy opportunity in construction. Just a wee bit of an introduction. So my name is Gordon McMillan from the innovation team at SGN. So I lead on the discovery and scouting element. Within the gas industry and the energy sector as a whole, we do have such an exciting opportunity ahead of us within the future space. There'll be no surprise to people in the room within our hydrogen portfolio and alternative gas as we push the envelope of biomethane. And there's also elements in the carbon capture space, alternative heat, that is all filled in our future. So very interested in if you guys do have any sort of thoughts or opportunities within that sort of future space, we're all ears at SGN. But what I'm going to speak more about is the core operation and what can we do today as we move into the energy transition to improve our sustainability practices. But that's the team there, so I'm part of the scouting and insights. I'll manage all the ideas, try and match those to challenges within the business in today's world as well as that future energy space. So yeah, just a bit of background details on the sort of problem today. Within our current model, there's opportunities that we're missing on minimising waste, maximising resource efficiencies, and creating a regenerative system where materials, energy, and products are continuously reused and repurposed. When we carry out operations, whether that's a major project construction for a new above-ground installation or possibly a new sort of grid entry unit within the biomethane space, if that's above ground operations, or if it's working more in our urban environment with sort of replacement projects. We've got a big REPEX programme where we're replacing our sort of older iron mains that are leaking, and we're putting brand new plastic pipe through that to improve the safety risk as well as the leakage score. So that is a massive operation, and we're doing about 1,000 kilometres a year of replacement. Probably people in this room have had the disruption element where we're having to rip up the road and put new plastic pipe through the old iron mains. We have made some severe, really good improvements in improving plastic going through the iron mains, so we're not ripping up on open trenches, but yeah, there's still opportunities within this space to improve our efficiencies and reduce our sustainability impact, and that is going to be seen across all the energy sector as we construct more, we put more cables and more pipe in the ground. That is going to be an ongoing and probably going to be increasing over the next years. And some of the issues here, and one of the things as well to point out within SGN is our commitment to keyhole technology. So when we can reduce our excavations with one single entry, we do. So we've got some corn vac technology, Mark III now, which basically excavates the sort of ground, but uses that as a lid that then can be repurposed and put back onto the ground when the operation is completed. What that means is you're not having a lorry with new virgin material to come in. You're not having another lorry to dispose of the reinstatement material. So there's a lot of good work happening in the trenchless technology space. But when we open the scale up to our bigger replacement projects, there's definitely opportunities for circular economy thinking. And some of the issues, yes, when we look retrospectively at the sustainability losses, at how much PE pipe we're wasting, or the landfill, the things that we're sending to landfill, there's little we can do, and we don't have that real-time visibility. and there's a lot of missed opportunities on the recycling and reuse in that space. And there are some regulatory and operational barriers of restricting optimal waste management. What we've tried to do in the repair world is adopt a just-in-time solution with minimal lorries coming to site, and that is providing benefit. But the replacement aspect, which is this targeting, is actually a new beast. And our expectation here is really open. We're not prescriptive of the ideas. They could be digital, they could be hardware. What we're really seeking is, creative new ideas that we can work with you, define the idea. There's workshops that will be continuing post this call. But working that through in terms of the whole life cycle from design right through to the construction. If we can improve the visibility within the design phase, where people are making better decisions, and that will lead to efficiencies right through the life cycle. So there's a lot of this thinking might be in the construction space, but it's completely open to IT solutions, digital solutions, as well as hardware across all the life cycle. And the real impact is reducing waste and CO2 and material cost across that. Another problem that we're finding, we often send different people, different teams to site. So we do have a sort of solution in mind where we will reduce the fleet carbon emissions. However, if we can actually reduce the travelling of the fleet, that is a bit of a win-win as well. So Jeff, need to be thinking more circular economy rather than this linear approach that we adopt within the REPEX. I'm sure that is wider seen across the energy sector. So it's fairly open. Hopefully the sort of problem is understood. If there are any questions or any follow-ups, I think there are going to be sort of workshops that SIF are going to be putting on, where we'll be able to bring in our sort of experts and discuss ideas with you. But if there was any questions in the room, we can open it up now.
I'm going to abuse my mic power and open with a question. You mentioned earlier that there were some regulatory barriers to circular economy. What sort of barriers would you say there are? Yeah,
so with wastewater being a big one, when water does get into the pipe, we have to dispose of that water through sort of the regulations. We have to transfer it to a treatment facility, and then that then adds deliveries and the logistics process. So there are regulations with wastewater. Why can't we treat that on site and dispose of clean water? Is one area. With the landfill as well, could we minimise the landfill but also reuse that on site? There does have to be sort of HOC is mandating a lot of the sort of reinstatement quality. Is there potential innovations to challenge that or create new or mix the reinstatement materials so that we don't have to bring in new virgin things? So those are probably the two big areas in the wastewater and the soil reinstatement conditions.
So Devin from Technip Energies, and we were speaking about the carbon here. So I wanted to know, in the process of SGN, are we considering life cycle of carbon analysis at the moment, or no on this problem set?
Yeah, we don't have a great deal of visibility as the project progresses on specific carbon emissions. Great work is happening in the TfL space, so Transport for London, where they've built a carbon calculator that would give you that real-time information. So it definitely is part of this. Probably want to build on the work done within TfL, which would generate a carbon calculator that monitors the carbon emissions as the project progresses, but also gives design planners the opportunity to create the most sustainable project with scenario planning. So yeah, the only issue is we with operations, the job there is to replace the pipe, and the auditing and the administration of how much carbon they are using can be difficult, and that's where we probably need to be a bit smarter in terms of automating that data and providing that data in real time that doesn't affect our operatives, where their main aim is to get in and replace that pipe, so that we can reduce our safety risk and improve our leakage rate. So they're the only barriers, but to answer the question, yeah, carbon emissions, that monitoring, that upfront scenario base should be part of it. We just need to build on some of the great work TfL and the University of Birmingham are doing in that space.
Any other further questions in the room? Make markers run up and down. One question here, one question here.
Thanks. Hi. Are you interested in kind of collaborative systems view approaches of what kind of your operations looks like and where your pain points are? Are you looking for more people to bring specific solutions to you to then implement?
Yeah, so it was really encouraging to hear about the SIF workshops and really refining that problem. So I think there is opportunity as part of the SIF discovery to really get into the detail and do a bit of ethnography and understand more on what that problem looks like, and that will lead to probably better solutions that are actually going to be taken forward. So yeah, are looking at solutions that could be adopted today, but also wider ones that will take a bit of development from early ethnography right through to a host of different solutions in the toolbox. So yeah, we are open to working more collaboratively on the problem, and we'll be following up with SIF guys on many workshops that need to be held to understand what that problem and potential solutions are going to be. Awesome.
Anything further from anyone in the room? Okay, I think we'll wrap up there then.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. We do have, if anyone does need any further information, just that's my email, and then SGN does have an open innovation form. So ENA, the SIF ones, if there is an opportunity within SIF, but we do are taking on business as usual solutions as well as network innovation allowance. So yeah, we can consolidate them through ENA, or if you want to come directly to SGN, more than welcome to. But thank you everyone, and yeah, thank you.
So lunch is up next, which is served back up outside the opening plenary room. So please head back up to the second floor. Thank you.